Hello everyone, I'm Shivani Shetty, MCom final of MPM Government First Grade College Karkala. Today I'm going to explain about economic risk. Economic risk can be described as the likelihood that an investment will be affected by macroeconomic conditions such as government regulation, exchange rates, or a political stability, most commonly in a foreign country. Economic risk, the operating exposure or the economic risk refers to the extent to which the firm's future cash flows gets affected due to the change in the foreign exchange rates along with the price changes. Economic exposure measures the impact of an actual conversion on the expected future cash flows as a result of an unexpected changes in the exchange rates. A MNC may have established its subsidiary in a country with the price stability, favorable balance of payments, low rates of taxation, and readily available funds. However, if the economic situations of the country were to deteriorate, these positive aspects may get reduced over time and the local currency will depreciate. The subsidiary is likely to face immediate problems if it has to pay its import in the hard currency and in case it has borrowed from the abroad. This will put the subsidiary at a competitive disadvantage. For example, British exporter who operates in the Indian market can increase his market share merely by reducing the Indian price of his product if the Indian rupee becomes strong against the UK pound. Conversely, if the Indian company, which is a potential competitors to the British company, can profit indirectly from the currency losses of its British company, thus even though the Indian company is not directly exporting at competition, the business can be generated on account of the strength of the currency of the competitors. There are two ways in which company is exposed to economic risk. First one is directly, second one is indirectly. Let's see one by one. First one is directly. If your firm's home currency strengthens, then foreign competitors are able to gain sales at your expenses because your products have become more expensive in the eyes of the customers both abroad and at a home country. Second one is indirectly. In that first one, even if your home currency does not have compared to your customer's currency, you may lose competitive position. For example, suppose a South African firm is selling into the Hong Kong and its main competitor is a New Zealand firm. If the New Zealand dollar weakens against the Hong Kong dollar, the South African firm has lost some competitive position. In this example, New Zealand firm is a competitor for the South African firm and Hong Kong is the customer for the South African firm. If the New Zealand dollar weakens against the Hong Kong dollars, the Hong Kong will purchase the products in a New Zealand. Thus, South African will lose some competitive positions in the market. Second one, economic risk is difficult to quantify, but a favored strategy to manage it is to diversify internationally in terms of sales, location of production facility, raw materials, and financing. Such diversification is likely to significantly reduce the impact of economic exposure relative to a purely domestic company and provide much greater flexibility to react to the real exchange rate changes. Example, holders of a foreign bonds face the foreign exchange risk because those types of bonds makes interest and principal payments in a foreign currency. Let's assume XYZ company is a Canadian company and pays interest and principals on a $1,000 bond with a 10% coupon rates in a Canadian dollar. If the exchange rate at the time of purchase is 1 Canadian dollar is to 1 US dollar, then the 10% coupon payment is equal to 100 Canadian dollar, and because of the exchange rate it is also equal to the US $100. Now let's assume a year from now the exchange rate is 1 is to 0.8y. Before it was 1 is to 1. Now the bonds 10% coupon payment, which is still 100 Canadian dollar, is worth only 85 US dollar. Despite the issuer's ability to pay the ability to pay, the investor has lost a portion of his returns because of the fluctuations of the exchange rate. Next one is difference between the transaction risk and the economic risk. The transaction risk is relates to the contract and it is specified to the contract only, but the economic risk is relation to the entire investment. Next one is cash flow loser due to an exchange rate changes are easy to compute. Simple financial accounting techniques can be used to compute the loser due to the transaction exposure, but in the economic risk, opportunity loser caused by an exchange rate changes are difficult to compute, and a good variance accounting is needed to compute the loser due to the exchange economic risk. Next one is firms generally have some policies to cope with the transaction exposure, but in economic risk, firms generally do not have any policies to cope with the economic exposure. Avoidance sometimes requires third-party corporations in the changing invoice currency, but in economic risk, avoidance requires good strategic planning in the matter of choice of materials, products, etc. The duration of exposure is the same as the time period of the contract. In economic risk, the duration of exposure is the time required in the restructuring of operation through such means as changing products, market, sources and technology. In transaction risk, the exposure will remain till the contract remains, but it will not be in case of economic risk. Relates to the nominal contract whose value is fixed in foreign currency terms. In economic risk, relates to the cash flows effects through change in the cost, price and volume relationship. The only source of uncertainty, the future exchange rates. The main sources of uncertainties includes the future exchange rates and its effects on the sales, price and cost. Transaction exposure is an uncertain domestic currency value of a cash flow which is known and fixed in a foreign currency terms. Example, foreign currency receivable. In economic exposure is an uncertain domestic currency volume of value of cash whose value is uncertain even in foreign currency terms. Example, cash flows from a foreign subsidiary. So to conclude, the economic risk affects in both direct and indirect way resulting from changes in exchange rate and also local price level. So it is in the hands of the company on the person who are dealing both locally and internationally to take the advantages of this. Thank you.